Okay, now today's lesson, if you could see here, is about building with waste plastic bottles in Honduras. It's going to be a different lesson today. And the objective of the lesson is to see if you can use mathematics to analyze a situation. If you look at this picture, you could see how in some part of the world they are making use of the plastic bottles that you normally throw them away. They are making very good use of it. Looking at this, what I want you to do in pairs for 2 minutes is to make a list of all the things that you notice on this power slide. Now we're going to collect our ideas together, and then from there, we decide which ones will be very good for us to get some marks. Okay, so now we're going to look through what is here. The first one, windows without a glass. Can we get any mathematics from that?
No.
Okay. Why?
That's got nothing to do with numbers. It's got nothing to do with numbers.
It's got nothing to do with numbers. And if a bottle crack, the house will collapse. Can we use a mathematics for that? No. Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can. How much weight do you need to crack? Yeah, how much weight would it take to crack a bottle?
Excellent. So it's like now people are saying that we can, which means that they can do it.
So that's science.
Mathematics.
Well, I suppose it's science and maths.
Yeah, mathematics
Science in it.
is everything that is around us. So if it can happen in science, then it can happen in mathematics. So if you can do it in science, it means you can also do it here. So I want everyone here, every group, to choose one question that they're going to answer. So can you now start, please?
You know how comfortable this is for? It takes minutes. What's the measurement? 8 meters.
We found the measurement of one bottle, and we are 34 centimeters, and then we find the measurement of the width and the length of the room, which is 7 times 8 meters. Then we're trying to find how many bottles we need in one room.
Now each group is going to tell us what they've done, and then why are they doing that? Ali?
Our problem was how do the corners work, and as we saw in the pictures, they use towers.
Yeah.
And we've looked at 2 ways we can build a tower. One, stacking the bottles up.
Yeah.
All it takes is a strong wind to blow it up.
Yeah.
So the corner could collapse, probably taking the wall with it. But if you use like towers, which will probably take more bottles, but you have to fill in the gaps with like plaster or cement. So if you have a stronger wind, it won't really knock over.
Okay.
Our problem was we needed to know how many bottles it would take to make one wall. So we measured top to bottom and we times it to get the area of the wall. Then we got the bottle, and we got one side of the bottle, which is the base, and we got the area of that. And we wanted to measure and then we divided it by the thing, so to get the answer to how many bottles it would take to fill up a bottle.
Okay.
But I think the answer we couldn't get because the measure strip was 10 feet, but the thing was meters. So we don't know how. I think we have to convert it first.
The question that I want to ask is, always the things that happen around us, do you always think of it as mathematics as we've done today? No. Okay, so from now on, this is what you have to be start thinking. Everything that happens around us has got mathematics in it. Do you want us to continue doing mathematics in this form or not? Yeah. Is it interesting?
Back to this number.
How does this compare with a normal maths lesson?
In a normal lesson, if we found it hard, we'd immediately put our hands up because we're just like, we can't be bothered working it out. And if it was in a normal lesson, we'd just go, mates, we don't know how to do this, please tell us how to do it. But in this, because we're working as a group, we can rely on each other to ask. We can't just ask the teacher.
We're addicted to it.
And it's good fun.
And what has the teacher taught them?
Oh, well, she's taught us Well, we've really taught ourselves. It's been like just using what she's actually taught us and then inventing new ways of teaching ourselves, really, isn't it?
She's helped us, like, giving us the basis, and then we've really just taught ourselves how to do it, and then she's just told everything right or wrong.
Like all the problem solving bits and the calculations, how to use a calculator and all that.
But it's a really good life skill as well.
Do they mind being left alone more by the teachers?
Well, it's good because they're not like coming mithering you, making sure you're doing it all right, but you're like, if you're stuck, they'll come and help you, so you get help. But we ask for help when we need it. But because we don't need it, she doesn't like bother us so we can get on with our task.
So what's it like for the teacher using this case study for the first time with her pupils?
It's quite scary at first. I mean, just letting them get on with it and have the free range of what they're doing. It's quite scary, but seeing their reactions to it today, they've all got really had a good go and got stuck in with it. So it's been a pleasure to watch them do it and interacting with them in it. Kind of had a better relationship with them as the days progressed because they're not relying on me the same. So when I speak to them, it's in a completely different tone to it. Right, so you've sort of thought on your feet, put in because it's low calorie. I still feel to some degree I'm gathering their results and sort of collating what they're saying and trying to make sure that everybody in the team understands what's going on and someone's not getting left behind. But not the same experience of teaching as being up at the board all the time and constantly supervising what they're doing.
But can the pupils see where the maths is?
Well, I think that's the best thing about it. Where is the maths? They don't even appreciate that they're doing the maths the same as if I give them a question on ratio or proportion, they'd be scared a mile. But because it's something that relates to real life and it's something they're enjoying doing, they just seem to be getting on and applying more all the knowledge that they know. But I definitely want to do it again because the results of it, they've got on so well and done it that I'd definitely be keen to try the next task with them in a different one.
I think it's a completely different experience teaching in this way, and I think you can get a lot out of it because the kids actually put more into the lesson. Usually you feel sometimes it's the other way around, but you feel that they're putting a lot of input themselves and you're not having to do quite as much. It's a bit frantic sort of getting around to everybody, but it's different than sort of demanding their attention all the time and teaching that way. In a lot of ways, a refreshing change, really.